Texting and driving, it can wait. Okay, first of all, a lot of young people like to text instead of making phone calls, but for me, I rather make phone calls because I don't like typing on the keyboard too long. I actually want to speak to the person. But the next thing about text messages is that if you can't understand what the person's saying due to their accent or however they're speaking, then just simply type out a text message, read it, and then you'll understand it. Unless they're typing out in French, then okay, or Spanish or any other language that you don't know about, then okay, yeah. Now, since I hate texting so much, next thing you know, I try doing this while I'm driving my car or driving in the car in general, and next thing you know, boom. I'm serious, guys. One simple text message. No, let's do like a 3-worded text message. A 3-word text message can actually affect your driving ability. Because it'll keep you distracted from the road. It'll like take your eyes off the road, and next thing you know, you're going through a cliff, or if you get into an accident. Guys, do not text and drive. And these are true facts. And to be honest, like I saw these videos on the effects that happen when you text and drive when I took driver's ed at a commercial driving school, and it really convinced me not to text and drive. Well, I wasn't going to do that anyway before I even saw the video, but I got to see it in action on what can actually happen when you text and drive. I mean, I feel like driver's ed classes aren't really doing a good job trying to persuade their students or new drivers to not text and drive, because even if you take driver's ed and then you hear all this, even reading it in the driver's manual when you're reading it to go for your learner's permit, or if you're trying not to use your cell phone during your road test, because if you even use your cell phone during a road test, some instructors will actually fail you right there before you even get behind the wheel. I mean, the driver's ed classes aren't really doing a good job, because if they feel that this is effective and it's supposed to convince students or new drivers in this case to not text and drive, why is it that these drivers are still texting and driving when they get their driver's license for the first time? I know people who took driver's ed and they've seen the videos on the consequences for texting and driving, and next thing you know, when they get after they get their license, they're doing this. This is not cool, guys, and this is not safe. Don't text and drive. I swear, if I see you texting and driving, and I'm the one driving at the road, and next thing you know, you almost hit me, I am gonna... Okay, I'm not gonna finish that sentence because that's just gonna get too violent. Now, you guys are saying, well, Ben, there are people who hold their phones in their hands and they're not even texting and driving, they're just holding it. Okay, but if the cop sees that, they're gonna assume that you're using your cell phone, and next thing you know, you get pulled over and get a ticket. If you're driving a piece of junk, then okay, maybe the cops will let you go. But if you're driving a very nice luxurious car, such as an Escalade, a Bentley, Mercedes-Benz, or a Lexus, or an Infiniti, or an Acura, or what other luxurious cars are out there? Or a Buick? Whatever luxury cars are out there, they're going to give you a ticket anyway, because they assume that you got a lot of money because you're driving a nice car, so you're going to be paying the fine. Even if you tell the cop that you're driving 70, 80, 90 miles an hour on the highway, and I didn't get pulled over for that, but I get pulled over for having a cell phone in my hand and I'm not even using it, the cop's going to be like, oh, too bad. That's the rule. And I saw you with your cell phone in your hand, so that means you're using it, and therefore you are getting a ticket. I feel like new drivers are really going to learn what the consequences are by getting into the accident themselves, and I really wish that there was a way to convince new drivers to not text and drive at the same time, and just don't do it. Otherwise you'll get into an accident. Like, just obey that rule and don't get into an accident. Just keep your eyes focused on the road. So what are your thoughts about texting and driving? Leave a comment down below. Do you guys think that it's safe or not safe. Of course it's not safe, but for any of you that think differently, then go ahead. But I don't know how many of you think that. I'm sure that some of you guys know it's unsafe, but you do it anyway. And answer my question in the comments down below. Do you think that driver's ed classes or people in general that are teaching new drivers how to drive, do you think that these people are really doing a good job encouraging the drivers to not text and drive? Because if people are doing it out on the road, that means whoever taught them about texting and driving didn't do a good job. But I don't want to say that because it'll make me sound like a hater, and I'm not trying to be a hater. And if it looks like I am sorry. But at the same time, new drivers have to find out themselves on what the consequences are. But I just wish that there was a way for us to convince these new drivers to not text and drive before it's too late. And next thing you know, your insurance rate is going to go up, and who knows what can happen after that. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.